2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. Kenny, I'll tell you what.
What?
We've already seen some big matchups to start this season. It's very early.
Yes.
But in the real world, how soon do you start thinking about playoff ramifications?
Oh, you start thinking about playoffs from day one.
Oh,
the end goal is always some.
But you're not thinking about where you are. Hey, right now we'd play these guys.
Yes,
you know.
always. And I look at them in 5-game blocks. I would be like, hey, man, in these 5 games, we need to be here for the playoffs. After these 5, we need to be here. Because that's, if you don't, it could get out of control and out of your control.
I can tell just from his reaction of shaking his head that he's not buying what you're selling.
Don't listen to that jibber-jabber, Ernie. You focus on one game at a time. The rest will just take care of itself.
One game
So you go less than I do.
One game at a time,
I went
take care of
5-game
itself.
blocks. You went
and then if you
one
need
game
to
at a
make an
time.
adjustment, you don't wait. You just
When
make
did you
the
think about
adjustments.
playoffs, though?
When playoff time came around.
So not like early on in the season you weren't thinking playoffs
man.
like Kenny was.
Can't control the future. Only I can.
It didn't work that time. Nothing showed up in your hand.
Nothing.
It doesn't always work that way. What do you think this is, some video game? Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. The New York Knicks come into this one following a loss, guys, to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And, guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
They just simply blew it. Hopefully that won't occur ever again now that they have that bad taste in their mouth.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Utah, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Hill and Hood in the backcourt, and it's Burks in at the 3.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man. I like Rodney Hood. He plays with great patience. He goes through his progressions off the pick and roll. Once he gets past his initial defender, he keeps them walled off behind him and forces the help D to make a decision.
Now, here's Rubio. Pass to Burks. Favors with a screen on Jack. Shot clock at 6. Favors can't get it to go. And here are the Knicks now. This is their first chance this season playing the Jazz.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
I like it. East versus West. This is a very intriguing matchup.
Now, here's Rubio. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Now, here is Jack after the miss from Ricky Rubio. New York, no good that time either.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts, struggling to find any daylight.
He kicks it to Burks. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Rubio outside. There's the screen. He dishes it to Hood. Rebounded by Hardaway. The Knicks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And the rejection by Favors.
What perfect timing on that play. Derek Favors, an outstanding shot blocker.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Knicks.
And no doubt they relied upon that three-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. That's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Teardrop shot, and the layup by Jack. And that'll tie this game up.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Rubio against Jack. And Favors kicks to Burks. Favors with the screen. Here's Gobert. No good that time. And New York will come the other way.
Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
Cantor with a screen on Rubio. There's a screen by Cantor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hardaway, no good. Jazz have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Rubio dishes to Burks. Gobert the screen. Here's Hood. Another miss by Utah. And it's the Knicks with the ball. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I spoke briefly with Jeff Hornacek. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
Thank you, David. So their focus is squarely on the opponent today, in particular that defense they have to contend with.
And I just wonder if they'll try to solve the problems this defense poses by keeping the tempo quick, trying to strike early in the shot clock.
You know, I think a more patient approach would be smart. Concentrate on shot selection and ball movement rather than tempo.
And the first one at the line is good. And as the NBA season gets going, some teams look good on paper, but it doesn't always add up. And as a player, Steve, how do you know that your team has a shot to be special? What are the signs that tell you that?
I think training camp, I think the focus, I think you can just feel that chemistry. And a lot of times you've been on teams where you say, it looks good on paper, but it's not going to work well because skill-wise, general managers think it's going to work. But I think personality, sometimes they just clash.
And you can't have it. Winning teams may have a little bit of tension, but overall they're on the same page.
You got to be on the same page to win it all.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Rubio. Looking for his first basket still in this one. 2 points. That one goes.
High percentage look inside. Rubio always looking to maximize the value of the possession.
Lee kicks to Jack. Porzingis with a screen on Rubio. Jack passes to Cantor. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
And obviously we know that's not how they usually play, but hey, they've got to perform better next time around.
Lee kicks to Porzingis. Cantor against Gobert. Screen by Lee. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. No good with the triple.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out, and to have a player like that allows your team to excel.
Free throw is good, now leading by 1. And despite Favors' size and strength, he really moves his feet well.
And that's tremendously valuable in today's NBA. The ability to stay in front of smaller men in switches and pick and rolls. He has terrific lateral mobility.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Porzingis. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
The former 3rd overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Derek Favors is a gifted big man and a crucial player to this team.
Now here is Jack. 14 points from him the last game against Cleveland. Here's O'Quinn. Favors with the rebound. For Utah, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Burks.
And as Rudy Gobert has been adding bulk, he's only getting better at finishing through contact.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
There's a screen by Cantor. Here's O'Quinn. Gobert with the block.
The size and reach of Gobert making him a tremendous defensive anchor, protecting the paint.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for New York. Ntilikina comes in for Jarrett Jack. Utah also making some changes. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Favors. Mitchell comes in for Rodney Hood, and it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. And Lee with the stuff.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Exum kicks to Gobert. It's rebounded by New York.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
Here's Ntilikina. No good from outside. Utah leading. Right wing. Exum dishes to Mitchell. Another miss by Utah. New York's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Ntilikina gets the bucket.
And he has refined the ability to pull up off the dribble. Ntilikina excels with that move.
Exum with it. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Gobert the screen. Johnson kicks to Mitchell. Lee with the block. A different look for New York. Beasley comes in for Hardaway, and it's Baker in for Courtney Lee. Utah also making some changes. Udo comes in for Gobert, and Jerebko is subbed in for Alec Burks. Here's Ntilikina. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland.
His shot blocking dominated the game. His 3 blocks really had an effect on defense.
Here's Baker. They grabbed their own miss. Beasley the screen. Another shot, and the layup is good. Beasley's got his first points of the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Johnson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jerebko, and it's blocked by O'Quinn. There's Baker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. No coverage that time. Beasley's got his second bucket of the night.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Exum kicks to Jerebko. Down low, here's Johnson, and it's Exum in the corner. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Exum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A tremendous threat off the dribble. Dante trying to become consistent in the catch-and-shoot game.
Here's Beasley. Changes up, Hernan Gomez. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Find the lane. One shot.
Free throw good, Hernan Gomez. Now, Smitty, be honest. When you're watching these games on TV or in person, how much do you miss playing the game?
You know I do, Kevin. I've always had that in my bones. But I think as of now, the last 2 or 3 years, as a guy that can shoot the ball a little bit, I wonder and dream and pray if I could have got a chance to shoot 15, 18 threes. So I love it, but I know my time is over, but I would love to shoot that many threes.
There's Baker. Johnson over to help. From deep, and the Knicks hit again from deep. Jazz trail by 8. Now Exum, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. There's the feed to Jerebko. Back to Exum. From 13, and it's blocked by O'Quinn, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Picked his pocket. And now the Knicks on the break, all alone. Throws down off the coast-to-coast try.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Double digits in the first quarter. The only thing they have to avoid is taking their foot off the gas.
Utah's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Exum passes to Johnson. There's the pick. Can they get it? And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
ISO Joe Johnson in his mid-30s, but he's still a closer. You need a game winner, put the ball in his hands.
And Joe Johnson, Steve, able to get his shot off anytime.
You know his nickname, Kevin, is ISO Joe. He has great size, and more than anything, it's his confidence. Trust me, he's very accustomed to scoring with a hand in his face.
First free throw is good. And Joe Johnson with a long and illustrious career like yourself, Smitty. He had the very good years in Atlanta. When you think of Joe Johnson, what comes to mind?
You know, the first thing is he has great handles for a player of his size. The crossover, able to get the defenders on their heels, and he does it in slow-mo. But he can score from anywhere.
And last season, the Knicks raised expectations with some of those big free agent signings and trades in the prior year. And let's face it, things just didn't work out quite how they had planned. Some would say they underachieved. Hard pill to swallow for a fan base that went into the year with so much hope.
Now, here's Exum. Michael Beasley missing his last shot. Here's Udo. Kicks it to Jerebko. Over O'Quinn. The shot's good from Jerebko. Jerebko's got his first bucket in this one. New York leading by 7. And a big problem for the Knicks and their shortcomings last season was their defense.
Yeah, and listen, they have some shot blocking, but as a whole, the defense lacked teeth. More than anything else, it played a part in the disappointment of last season's campaign, and it's something they'll be focusing on in the coming years. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Pass to Ntilikina. Five on the clock. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
From deep three-point range, that misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so it's New York in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And Derek Favors known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving as a player throughout the year, just get better, keep making strides, and keep getting better in every aspect of my game.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is to how far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that determines so many more careers than desire. Talent and commitment, you need to stay on the court.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
Yeah, it's been the defense that has them out in front. But let's see if they can sustain the intensity.
Porzingis and Hernangomez are together down low. Baker out there with Ntilikina, and it's Beasley in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group New York will start the second with. Some players will actually surprise you with their athleticism after they come into the league. They make that next step. Any guys, Smitty, that became more athletic once they arrived that you have seen in the league?
You know, that's interesting. Draymond Green has gotten more athletic. I think he's lost a lot of weight and put himself in a position to play a little bit more above the rim and with his quickness. That's the one guy that sticks out. I will say the guy that I've been marveling about, Kevin, is Jabari Parker. After his injury, it seemed like his athleticism has gone to another level.
Jazz trail by 8. And here's Exum. He feeds it to Jerebko. Here's Mitchell. Connects from three-point range. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Dishes it to Beasley. Over Johnson. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And it's 9 points for Beasley.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Exum kicks to Jerebko. Back to Exum. And the pass to Mitchell. Johnson in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. That shot is off. And it's Utah the other way. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. The Jazz, number 1.
It's the hallmark of a strong defensive team. When you can keep your opponents to such a low point total, it shows you are setting the pace.
For Utah, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. That free throw, no good. And the Utah Jazz, one of the top 6 teams in the league last season. But, Steve, they were swept by the Warriors in the second round after the Jazz took care of the Clippers in round 1. How far does this team still have to go to contend for a title, you think?
They've gone from average to very good, but a talent drain this summer with Hayward and Hill moving on. They'll need to regroup, and the West is only getting scarier.
And he sinks the second. And one strength, Greg, that this Knicks team has enjoyed the last couple of years has been their ability to win the rebounding game.
And that's back-to-back seasons, Kevin, in the top 10 for rebounding in terms of the Knicks. And it was something they wanted to improve upon starting a few years ago. They've changed their rebounding trouble into a big asset moving forward. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Rubio dishes to Favors. Rubio outside. Passes to Urebko. Fires from deep. Here's Udo. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's Baker. 5 points in the game. Porzingis kicks to Beasley. And the rejection by Udo. And he recovers it. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
So for the Knicks, Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Beasley, and Lee's subbed in for Baker. The Jazz also changing it up. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Udo, and Alec Burks subbed in for Urebko. Now here's Favors. He had 15 points last outing. Outside Hood. Rubio outside. Feeds it to Favors. Out to Hood. The three. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Lee passes to Porzingis. The dish to Cantor. Screen by Porzingis. Cantor kicks to Jack. Gobert brings the double team. That's a 2 from Lee. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts. Jazz trail by 9. Now here's Rubio. Burks a screen on Hardaway. Rubio dishes to Hood. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Hood's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Cantor with a screen on Rubio. And Jack kicks to Cantor. Over Gobert. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Favors. He kicks to Burks. He dishes it to Gobert. Stolen by Cantor. And they're pushing it up. They get the rebound. Here's Hardaway. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Over to the left wing. Here's Cantor. They shoot again. And that one is off. Gobert with the defensive effort. Rubio the pass to Favors. The feed now to Gobert. to the inside. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Porzingis, an easy 2 points on the layup.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Rubio dishes to Burks. Kicks to Favors. Next to Gobert. Excellent D from Cantor.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Lee goes in. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint. And looking at the career of Courtney Lee, you know, has hopped around from team to team a bunch of times and always a valued teammate, but just hadn't stayed on one team for very long.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And with Lee, you know exactly what you're going to get with this defense and shooting.
And Lee is always going to be a wanted commodity. His ability to defend and shoot aren't easy to find, and you just hope he's able to kind of settle into a long-term situation.
Utah calls timeout. While the league has long had a rookie orientation program, people rave about it. It continues to develop and evolve. More recently, Steve, they've created a program for players transitioning to retirement. This is an outstanding idea. What's important with that in your eyes?
I'm glad you brought that up, Kevin. I think the rookie orientation should even start even earlier. I think it should start at the college level. Not saying that everybody's going to make it to the NBA, but it helps you what they give you just in the game of life. And then transitioning to retirement, I think it should be the first day you sign that NBA contract, the transition should start, because it could end with an injury. And obviously we know even if you play a lengthy career, in 10 or 12 years is over.
Like if you were going to talk to a young player and if the player said, Steve, give me one thing that I need to remember as I go through my career and then it ends, what's the one piece of advice you would feed to a young player about what's going to be at the end of this journey?
Well, I think, first of all, there's a couple things, Kevin, and I have to answer. First, you got to keep your value system. Second, financially, you got to understand is make it simple as possible. You're not going to be able to live on the same type of salary for the rest of your life. So if you have a contract, say $20 million, in a simple way, divide that up for like 50 years, because that's how much you're going to need to be able to live off on.
Now, here is Jack. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go.
No surprise, in a battle of wheels down low, the big man comes away with it.
To stop the run, Porzingis with the steal. On the wing, Lee. New York moving it around. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Ricky Rubio picks one up. Smitty, we've seen our share of dominant teams in the past decade. The big three in Boston, Miami, of course, with LeBron, KD joining the Warriors. You played against a lot of incredible teams during your terrific career. Which team was the most intimidating for you, or which team did you have the most respect for?
You know, I would say it was later in their career, but intimidation was a factor. When you play against the bad boys in Detroit, I mean, the fouling of those guys. But I think from a sheer talent, it was the Chicago Bulls. They were the first team, especially not my era, won 72 games. They would come in and just steamroll you with their offense, with their defense, and their execution. So those two teams were the two teams I would think was most intimidating.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. And Jack drops them both.
You know, the Jazz, one of the best run franchises in basketball. They operate in a small market, but still one of the top 6 winningest organization in NBA history.
Now, here's Burks. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Rubio with a screen on Hardaway. 5 to shoot, and it's blocked by O'Quinn.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Hardaway kicks to O'Quinn. Dishes it to Cantor. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Rudy Gobert. He's averaging 11 points a game, 20 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And he knows how to use that big body to control the paint.
He's a bull inside. Let me tell you, when he starts to get that look in his eye, just get out of his way.
The pass to Burks. Looking to end the drought, and O'Quinn sends it back. Lee in the posts. Goodbye, Hood. Lee passes to Jack. He feeds it to Cantor. Passes it to O'Quinn. Over Favors. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
He got right to the cup using that screen. 10 points for Rodney Hood.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Here's O'Quinn. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Favors. Here's Hood. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Rodney Hood played 1 season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
That free throw good from Hood.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Hernan Gomez comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Ntilikina in for Jarrett Jack. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
Hood can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
That one goes. Count it.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on them.
And the Jazz call time here.
Jazz coach Quinn Snyder bounced around as an NBA assistant coach. 4 different teams, never staying more than a year. He got his education working under so many great coaches.
A different look for New York. Beasley comes in for Hardaway, and it's Baker in for Courtney Lee. And Utah with a change here, too. Jerebko's checked in for Rodney Hood. And Coach Snyder said that his experience as an assistant coach helped to erase some coaching blind spots.
Well, you take something, Kevin, from every experience, every stop. He's been well prepared to become an NBA coach. Over 2 decades on the bench before taking over the Jazz job.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and a lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
The first one falls. In a draft stocked with point guards, Ntilikina's court vision, Greg, might be the best of them all.
I mean, he's a true pure point guard. At the same time, a good shooter. The length to defend wings, so that versatility makes him one of the more valuable prospects.
Now, here's Exum. 8 points for him. Mitchell kicks to Johnson. Feeds to Gobert. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night.
And if Gobert is raining in jumpers, then he'll really be scary.
Now the dish to Beasley. Picked by O'Quinn. There's a good screen. Here's Hernangomez. New York, no good that time either.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
Mitchell dishes to Exum. 13 feet away. And it's Mitchell missing. The Knicks leading by 13. 1:22 left in the second quarter. Pass to Baker. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Exum with it. He kicks it to Mitchell. Gobert the screen. Mitchell passes to Johnson. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. 52 seconds left to play in the first half. The feed to O'Quinn. There's a screen. Hernangomez with the ball. Now defended by Gobert. Pass to Ntilikina.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm impressed with the quickness of Ntilikina. I think that part of his game is underrated. He just has that quiet confidence about his abilities, and he has shown a little bit of explosiveness at getting to the rim.
Exum's shot is off.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Now, here's O'Quinn. He's guarded closely. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Good if it goes. And so it's New York sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Their defense has been terrific in this game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor, so they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They lead by 14. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, it's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Without question, Rodney Hood displaying his skills today.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. So on the floor for Utah, Hill and Hood in the backcourt. The tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men, and it's Burks in at the 3 slot. Here's Rubio, sinks the three-pointer. Rubio's got the first points of the second half here for Utah.
Not the most comfortable shot for Rubio, but give him credit. He doesn't turn it down.
And Jack kicks to Cantor. Hood dishes to Burks. And now in transition is Lee. Here we go. Gobert with the block. Jack against Rubio. Burks kicks to Favors. The Jazz working the ball around now. Dishes it to Gobert. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. The Knicks leading by 11. In the corner, Hardaway with it. No good on the triple. Utah has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Burks for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. The Knicks shooting 43% from the floor. Lee kicks to Porzingis. Here's Cantor. 6 points for him. Count the basket.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Rubio the pass to Gobert. He dishes it to Hood. Kicks it out to Rubio. Looking for Favors. He gets it there. 5 to shoot. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And Jack kicks to Cantor. Shot from the wing. Utah with the rebound. Favors has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Out to the wing, and it's Hood in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. Can't hit that one. Good D by Lee. The Knicks leading by 11. Kicks to Cantor, 16 feet away, and it's Cantor again missing.
Terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Burks. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. Burks has got 6.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
It's stolen by Gobert. Stolen by Cantor. Here's Lee. Drops in the layup for 2. He's got 9.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Utah calls timeout. And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench, a great array of post moves to pick from.
Jazz trail by 11. Now Rubio. 5 points in the game. The pass to Burks. Gobert with a screen for Burks. He feeds it to Favors. Gobert the screen. Lee with the steal. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Just 5 on the clock. Releases. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And the Knicks lead by 13. Jazz have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Lee with the steal. to the paint. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
And that one's good by Favors.
And while Favors has developed his outside shot, right there in the paint is his comfort zone.
New York leading by 13. Lee passes to Porzingis. Feeds it to Cantor. Screen by Lee. Jack up on top, covered by Rubio. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Hardaway. He's getting around 16 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them. He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
Rubio misses.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. And it's 9 points for Porzingis. And here's Rubio. He's got 5. Pass to Gobert. Burks against Hardaway. Burks kicks to Favors. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. For the Jazz, Udo comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Mitchell in for Hood. The Knicks leading by 16. Jack dishes to Hardaway. Here's Cantor. A second chance effort. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And it's Rubio penetrating. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Porzingis.
Strong drive by Ricky. What he lacks in athleticism, he can make it up with his toughness.
And Utah adding another terrific defender this summer, trading for point guard Ricky Rubio. Rubio on a bargain contract the next 2 years. A nice move by the Jazz's front office.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And another thing with Rubio, the Jazz love to score with the pass. Few better playmakers in the league than Double R. Some might harp on his shooting, but he's a quality starting point guard.
And New York making a change here. Hernan Gomez is checked in. Jerebko's checked in for Utah. And so he makes both from the line.
What you get with Rubio, good size for a guard, terrific playmaker, and trying to become a better scorer.
And Jack kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Hernan Gomez. They set the pick. Porzingis with the ball. Udo picks him up. Just 4 to shoot. They get it back. Jazz trail by 16. Jack against Rubio. Porzingis with the block. Outside Jack. Pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Mitchell. The drive by Rubio. Burks in the corner. Off target from outside. The Knicks leading by 16. From 15 feet away, and the shot no good, a bit short.
Tough night for him shooting the basketball, but this team has been resilient. That's why they've held the lead.
Rubio, the pass to Udo. Count that one.
High percentage play, working the ball in close, then the nice move to convert.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Jack kicks to Lee. Porzingis sets the pick for Lee. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Jazz trail by 14. The dish to Burks. There's the pick. He kicks it to Mitchell. Jerebko at the elbow. 4 on the clock. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hardaway's got 5.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
The feed to Mitchell. Dishes to Udo. Kicks it to Burks. Clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Porzingis with the steal. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Rubio misses.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And again, New York with the triple.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Rubio dishes to Mitchell. Now the pass to Burks. Over Hardaway. Will it go? And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Porzingis. Beasley comes in for Hardaway. Baker, he's checked in for Courtney Lee. And it's Ntilikina in for Jarrett Jack. The Jazz also changing it up. Johnson comes in for Alec Burks. And it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio. They get it again. Here's Hernan Gomez off on the layup.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Johnson, the pass to Exum. They set the pick. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Dante Exum, a 6'6" slashing point guard. You don't see a lot of players who fit that mold.
No, you don't, Kevin. His size and quickness is really the foundation of his game. He's very elusive off the dribble, and at the defensive end, he's been terrific for a young player.
The first free throw is good.
The point guard out of Australia, Dante Exum, is a rare physical specimen. Reason why he has great length at that point guard position, great size.
Exum hits them both.
And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
Now, here's Exum. Michael Beasley missing his last shot. They set the screen. Exum kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Udo. Johnson the screen. Out left to the wing. Here's Mitchell. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. So that creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
So it's the Jazz now, following the score by New York. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Here's Johnson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Passes it to Baker. Here's Ntilikina. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Now here's Exum. He's got 10. Johnson down low. He's up against Beasley. It's deflected.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Baker. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. But they'll get another chance. And O'Quinn kicks to Baker. And a miss there on the triple. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for New York. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. New York leading by 21. We've got Hernan Gomez. Ntilikina out there with Baker. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Beasley in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now here's Beasley. Pass to Baker. Clock at 4. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Hood.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And the Utah Jazz back in 2014, the worst defensive team in the league by points per possession. Greg, it's been a dramatic turnaround.
One of the premier defensive teams now in our league in terms of their imposing paint presence. Not a team that gambles for steals or deflections. They keep you in front and force you to play over the top.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Johnson.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And the Knicks making a change here. Kanter's checked in. And Utah also making a switch. Gobert's checked in. And he makes both free throws.
And the versatility Johnson offers, it can't be forgotten. I mean, this is a guy that can play 3 to 4 positions, a lights-out shooter who also has that clutch gene.
Here's Beasley, drilled from 11 feet out. And the Knicks lead by 21.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Exum dishes to Johnson. Lays it up and banks it in. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Ntilikina. Over Hood. Ntilikina can't hit. Jazz trail by 19. Hood drives in. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
I mean, Rudy Gobert, a 7-2 shot blocker out of France. He's emerged as the starting center in Utah, a defensive dynamo.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Hood. And Rudy Gobert with a 7'9" wingspan, arm span, and a 9'7" standing reach. Steve, those are the longest measurements ever recorded at the NBA Combine.
Wow, and also surprisingly, he's light on his feet. The combination of length and mobility, it makes him a terror on defense and a dangerous, dangerous role man offensively.
Beasley outside. Here's Ntilikina. Down low, Cantor, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside Favors.
Love the gritty work inside from Favors. When he's down there, it makes the defense very nervous.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
You know, Derek Favors has played alongside a lot of different type of centers. That's why he's worked so hard to add a jump shot so it's not all clogged up in the middle.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Favors. No good on the second free throw. The Knicks leading by 17. It's Beasley on the wing. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Beasley the screen, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Baker. And the Knicks miss again.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Enes Kanter.
And though Exum is thin, his height and wingspan make him tough to stop inside.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Exum. Exum hits them both. New York leading by 15. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. There's a screen. Beasley kicks to O'Quinn. Back to Beasley. 5 to shoot. And Kanter wide open. He shoots. And it's Kanter again missing. To the paint. Here's Favors. Tries again. Knicks with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Offensive rebound, Kanter. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Jazz trail by 15. Here's Exum. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
This is what you knew he was capable of. Exum taking over offensively.
Feeds it to Beasley. Cantor with a screen on Johnson. And that one is good by Beasley. Beasley's got 4 points this quarter.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Now here's Hood. Jazz passing it around. Here's Exum. It's deflected, and he gets it back. And Favors kicks to Johnson. And it's off from three-point range. The Knicks leading by 15. Beasley with a clean look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And that's the shot he wants. Just a little bit out of rhythm.
Count that bucket.
Hood is a very talented player, a rhythm shooter who can also get to the rim with ease.
New York calls timeout. And Steve, the shot blocker, Rudy Gobert, earning the nicknames like the French rejection, the Stifle Tower. He says his favorite is Gobzilla. What do you think?
I'm not sure about that one. I like Go-Go Gadget arms, but the Jazz are sure he's their man in the middle going forward. I do know that. They signed him to a 4-year, $102 million extension.
Burks, he's checked in for Utah. Ricky Rubio comes in for Exum. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek said to his team. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let up out there. We'll see how well he got the point across.
Great job by Favors, really making the defense uncomfortable as he's going up with the shot.
Shooting two.
And that one falls for Favors. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. The Knicks leading by 12. Hardaway with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Hardaway against Burks. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Oh, the big man rocking the rim. Good aggressive finish right there.
And usually he leaves those to his teammates.
Well, he saw an opportunity to slam it down, and he seized it.
Now, here's Rubio. Gobert, the screen. Out to Favors. This one for three. Offensive rebound. Outside Hood. Takes the three. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And when he gets right into his motion, tough to impact that shot from Hood.
New York's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Screen by Lee. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
New York leading by 11. Jack with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Over in the corner, Lee. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got 6 assists now in the game.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
Favors with the screen. Burks the pass to Favors. Again, Favors missing.
You know, he really is forcing it right now. This has been a frustrating night for him.
Hardaway kicks to Jack. There's a screen by Cantor. High arcing shot. He lays it in. That's now 8 points for Jack.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Rubio dishes to Gobert. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
One shot, gentlemen.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And Ricky Rubio, known mostly for his ability to pass it and create opportunities for teammates, but I think he's an underrated defender at that point guard spot, and maybe doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively.
Now here's Burks. Rubio outside, shoots a three. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Burks.
Burks is really good at picking his spots from outside when he's on the floor. A highly efficient shooter.
Here's Hardaway. Porzingis inside. He's covered by Favors. Porzingis can't hit. And Greg, for Rubio, his defense is something that isn't talked about, but is certainly present all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's smart, fast, he moves his feet well, and has terrific anticipation with his hands. Great playing both on and off the ball, and just aware of his spacing and a player's tendencies.
Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
They set the screen. Lee kicks to Hardaway. There's a screen by Cantor. Fades away. Hardaway, no good.
The open mid-range jump shot. He knows he has to hit that one.
Here's Burks. Second chance shot. Out to Favors. Burks, the pass to Gobert. Banked in off the glass.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Cantor sets the pick for Jack. Pick by Lee. A three from Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. Jazz trail by 7. Rubio with it. They set the pick. Gobert dishes to Hood. Off target from three-point range. Lee kicks to Jack. Screen by Lee to end the drought. A shot missing. And Utah the other way now. Inside. And it's Favors that time on the assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 6 assists now in the game. Now Jack. Cantor with the screen on Rubio. There's a screen by Cantor. Lee against Hood. Shoots from 8. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
Burks against Hardaway. Offensive rebound. Burks the pass to Gobert. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gobert's got 4 this quarter.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
And Jack kicks to Porzingis. There's a screen by Cantor. Hardaway against Burks. Hardaway dishes to Cantor. There's a screen by Cantor. Jack. No good off the front iron. Jazz trail by 3. Rubio the pass to Favors. Outside Hood. Fires from the corner. And again, Derek Favors.
Whenever Favors' team needs him to step up in a big juncture of the game, he's ready.
Screen by Porzingis. And Jack kicks to Porzingis. Trying to get back on track. Green for 2 points. Porzingis has got 14 points here in the second half.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
And here's Rubio. Left side, Hood. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Doubled by Lee. Nice ball movement by Utah. Snatched up. And Gobert kicks to Burks to tie it up. Nails it. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
Now here is Jack. It's stolen by Gobert. Burks on the wing. Good.
That's what Burke does. Not afraid to take the big shot with the game on the line.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. Up again. Connects. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Gobert with a screen on Jack. And Favors kicks to Hood. Hardaway with the steal. 6-second difference between shot and gameplay. Here's Jack. With the second effort. Good. Utah calls timeout. They're down by 2. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left in the fourth. Hood dishes to Rubio. It's stolen by Jack. It's tipped, and they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
9 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 6 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul, or go for the home run.
Let me tell you my vote. Whatever's the best look and takes the least amount of time.
Works for 3. No good from 3-point territory. So a close game sees New York take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys did a great job contesting shots and disrupting their offense. What did you like best about the defensive effort tonight?
I think from the beginning of the game, we just started off aggressive. We were connected defensively, and that's why we were able to stop them.
You got it done when it counted, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.